Babes Wodumo is a South African music artist, choreographer, and reality TV star. Born in 1994 as Bongekile Mildred Simelane to a religious background as her father is a bishop. She was raised in Lamontville in Durban and always remembered she loved singing and dancing from an early age. In 2014, she released her first song titled Desha and would feature in many music videos as a video vixen. Most of y'all know her from her hit song Wololo in 2016 and she rose to fame. She had signed a deal with West Ink Entertainment, which was Mampintsha's record label. The song was an instant hit not only because of its catchy lyrics, but due to her presence as a star. Babes Wodumo became a huge hit. During the time, hip hop was still popular. Hence, her ability to sing and dance made her a true performer, which was something most artists at that time were lacking. Her debut studio album, Queen Volume 1, cemented her into an artist to rise. She had further hits such as Umganwam and Mercedes, which by the way did amazing, surpassing 28 million streams and debuted in the top 3 on iTunes. The album was certified platinum, with her getting several nominations for Breakthrough Artist and Song of the Year at the MTV Africa Music Awards, showcasing how she was becoming Africa's rising star. This album allowed her to be recognized internationally, which made her song Redemption be featured on the internationally popular movie Black Panther. And the song was also featured on Kendrick Lamar's album. Now, I am sure by this time you're expecting me to carry on with much more successful stories. However, this is the beginning of her downfall in the industry as a rising star. Babes Wodumo was known to be dating Mampintsha, who was way older than her and quite established in this industry. At her highest peak in her industry around 2016, she was only 22 years old. She was so young and talented at a young age, which was a huge achievement. Rumors began that she was Mampintsha's girlfriend, who is about 10 years older than her. Mampintsha's music during that time wasn't really popping since he had just left his group Big Nas. He wasn't as relevant, thus he would, from the public's eye, use Babes Wodumo's success to remain relevant. Now, there is no denying that Mampintsha is royalty in the music industry. However, one can't deny that he truly did use Babes Wodumo's success to remain relevant. Her first album, nearly every single Babes featured Mampintsha on it. It even became a joke around the Twitter streets, and if you actually listen to these songs, a majority of them we hardly hear Mampintsha even say much. Sometimes a little bit of a but nothing concrete. He's not like he's singing a hook or chorus or even an opening lyric. Now, people started wondering why was he even featured on this song? And it simply was because he wanted to be recognized, just like she would have. Because why would one mention Babes Wodumo if you do not mention Mampintsha? He could have simply received writing or even producing credits, and also remember his record label was also producing her album, so he definitely could have gotten monetary and both credits. However, he knew that most people don't know about writing credits or even research that. A lot of us don't know who wrote one of our favorite artist songs. We just know that artist sang that song. So he knew that if he was not featured, he would have been put behind the scenes and no one would have even mentioned him, since at that time he really wanted to remain relevant. The second incident was the Black Panther. Babes Wodumo was supposed to have gone to the USA to promote her song and be featured in Black Panther. However, she didn't because of a visa. Now, Babes Wodumo was young at that time. She was about 22, 23, the same age that I am, and I don't even know the visa processes. Most likely, if I had to go through the visa process, an adult would have assisted me, especially one who has gone through that process before. Now, I'm sure Mampintsha had traveled all over the world, and he's even traveled to countries where he was required to perform. So he should have definitely known the process, the procedure, and the time to get a visa. As I also think he was also her manager at the time. But the thing is, they were only asking for Babes Wodumo to come along. Babes Wodumo's shine or her recognition for Black Panther would not include Mampintsha. So people started feeling that the reason why he never really boosted her because he might have been afraid of him letting her go to USA and her becoming really successful and maybe even losing that little bit of control from her. Now, Mampintsha was also her partner, her manager, the boss of the record label, and if he was not featured in her songs, best believe he was shaking his belly in the music video. And that was seen with the music video that he did with Ntando Duma. This was a song between two great female artists, but there was Mampintsha shaking himself in the music video, which again people didn't understand the relevancy or the need for him to be in that music video. Like, can't you just allow your wife at that time or your artist to just shine on her own? It could be said that maybe he could have been the reason for her disappearance in the music space during 2017 to 2020 when she released her album. In 2020, a lot of people were wondering where she was all these years because she was at the height of her career during 2017 to 2020. And no one understood why she wasn't releasing anything and why she wasn't even performing as she was, because in the year 2016, girl was performing so much. She had even mentioned how a chunk of her money is made just by performing. Just one night just makes a hell of a lot of money. Now, in the second album, Mampintsha was featured again, but this time he was featured 10 out of the 13 tracks. Now, was that necessary for him to have featured in 10 songs? Oh my gosh. When Babes Wodumo returned in 2020, Kamompela was a rising superstar and she rose to fame because of her amazing dance moves. Now, at that time, a lot of people used to compare the two artists because of the fact that Kamo was reminding them of a young Babes Wodumo, a fresh black young female who was passionate about dancing, and she started making great hits. The difference between the two was Nkamo had a great management team and people started wondering what could have been Babes Wodumo's music career had Mampintsha not meddled into it. Now let's dig deep into a little bit of Mampintsha and Babes Wodumo's personal life and how that affected her music career. During the 2017-2020 period, videos and speculations of Mampintsha's violence, allegedly, towards her became serious. There were videos and alleged confessions of Mampintsha's physical abuse towards Babes Wodumo. This was the time people started noticing his physical control and fearing for Babes Wodumo's life. Mampintsha was even allegedly arrested on assault charges, however, Babes Wodumo stood by them. They eventually got married in 2020 and this was documented on Uthando Lodumo, which was premiered on Showmax. It was a reality TV show which allowed viewers to see this couple who faced everyday challenges but still had the love within them. I think during this time, the reason for that show was to clean Mampintsha's image due to him not having a good reputation, due to all the GBV accusations, and a lot of the celebrities were against Mampintsha at that time. So I definitely do think that this reality TV show was meant to just clean up his image. And a little bit of an FYI, they actually were supposed to do a reality TV show on Moja Love. However, due to that time period in 2019, there were so many allegations. Moja Love did pull the plug on that reality TV show, and then they ended up going to Showmax. In 2021, they had their baby boy who they nicknamed Sponge. This baby show, saw both of them become loving parents, and they had to be a little bit more devoted in their marriage. However, there were many allegations, from cheating to even stealing, and even a child out of their marriage. And the main focus in the last season of the reality TV show was them just trying to maintain their marriage in an honest way. Hence, they would be doing a lot of counseling. In the last few seasons, we see how she opens up to her counselor on the fact that she does not own her music. She stated how she feels that her husband was involved in fraudulent activities, stating that he allegedly sold her music to a certain company that she has no idea of. The music could not be played on several platforms. So let's say she tries to play the music on Facebook, the music couldn't play or could even be shared because of copyright. She also believes that a huge payout was given to her husband, however, she never received a single cent. This just proved my theory on the reason Mampintsha always had to be in control of Wodumo. I definitely do think that it mainly also stemmed from him wanting to get money from her, because he definitely knew that she would be a huge success. But I also feel like he knew that him controlling her finances and her funds would also mean that she would constantly rely on him, as well as she would further accuse him of just cheating with her dancers and even her friends, just showing the kind of character that he was during the season. Unfortunately, Mampintsha passed away in December of 2022 to a stroke, which is extremely sad, as he not only left a widow but a baby who won't grow up with his father. Wodumo was recently trending in how she mourned her husband, which was weird because we all mourn differently. However, the hope for Wodumo is that she comes back in the industry full time, runs her husband's record label, and rises back to be the hit star that she is. It's unfortunate that so many situations resulted in her career slowing down. A perfect example how men can slow down you and your dreams and your aspirations. I always say that Wodumo's life really mimics Tina Turner, and we noticed that Tina Turner became an even greater star after she left Ike Turner. But with the help of her fans and just her trying to improve her music, I definitely do think that she can not only retain Mampintsha's legacy, because when Mampintsha did unfortunately pass away, he did pass away with the hit song. So we definitely can say that Mampintsha was a great musician and an icon in the music industry. However, we also cannot dispute that he did dim a lot of Wodumo's shine, and hopefully in the coming years we get that hit star that we knew and loved in 2016. But anyway, that's the end of today's video. Comment down below any thoughts, your opinion on the Babes Wodumo and Mampintsha story. Till next time, bye.